Hi, I'm Heba, and I'm going to take you through a level 1 Pilates session today. So I'd like you to stand with your feet hip-width apart. You want your towel or your mat ready on the floor. And then just standing nice and tall. We're going to take a few deep breaths here. Breathe in through the nose, reach the arms up. Breathe out, lower the arms down. So breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Hold the arms up, and we're just going to side bend with the spine now on the inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees, hang the head down through the middle, go all the way around to the opposite side, stretch your legs through the middle, side bend again, go round, let the head hang heavy like a rag doll, stretch all the way up again. One more time, side bend, roll down, and back up. Then we're going to change direction. We go to the side, drop your head and shoulders forward. And this is to loosen up the spine before we start. We breathe in, breathe out to roll down to the side. Last time. All the way back up again and circle the arms around. Just take your hand on the upper chest and the other hand on the tummy and take a few breaths here. So you're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth again. And I want you to notice if your top hand is moving. I want you to notice if you're breathing into your upper chest and doing this. And I want you to try, if you're doing that, to keep this top hand quiet. So you don't want much movement happening up here in the upper chest. And in the abdominals, you just want to allow a little bit of movement. As you breathe in, the tummy inflates into your bottom hand, and as you breathe out, the tummy draws in. And that doesn't mean you should be breathing a lot into the belly directly, but allow the tummy to have some movement, just so the breath is natural. And then you can breathe into the back and sides of your rib cage, because it will transfer up to here. So let's try keep the breath down here throughout the whole class today, and try and avoid it lifting up into the chest and into the neck. You don't want all that tension in your neck and shoulders. Let's start by loosening that up as well. So big circles with your shoulders. Let the arms hang heavy. Change direction. And then take your right arm forward and draw a figure of 8. I'm mirroring you. So you're drawing an 8 in front of you. Change direction. And try not to move the rest of the body. So this is like you're working on your dynamic core stability. Let's take the other arm, draw an 8. Everything else is really stable. And it's usually a little tricky if you're right-handed, you start to do these on your left side. And it's quite amusing how uncoordinated we are with the 8s on the left. Change direction. Around. Standing tall, thinking of all your principles that you learned in your intro. Both arms together, figure 8, cross and back, cross, back. And see if you can alternate which arm goes forward each time. So these are horizontal 8s that go round to the front of the body, sideways, back to the front, side. Keep your core connected so your ribs don't start to flare forward. And your shoulders should feel really loose and warm now. Keep the neck length, tall neck, without sinking with your spine. And relax. Okay, so now we're going to take our hands to the hips, bend your knees a little, and just tilt your pelvis forward and back. So you tilt your pelvis forward, you tilt it back. Tilt tailbone under, bottom out. Bottom in, bottom out. But keep your knees bent. When your knees are bent, you get a little bit better isolation of your pelvis. And try not to let the movement come too much from your spine. So the smaller the movement, the better. Then find a halfway point between the front and the back, neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and then start to do little circles here, as if you're doing a little belly dance, but not really getting a lot of waist movement. So it's quite small. And the legs really shouldn't be moving at all. I'm going to change direction, tiny small circles. Find your neutral halfway point, stretch your legs. Lift your left leg up, lengthen through the right side hip, and do a hip release or a hip pendulum, where you just swing your legs side to side like this without moving your pelvis. Feel free to use the chair or wall if you need to. Change legs, lift the other leg, relax the leg fully, and side to side pendulum. What you want to avoid is this. So just the leg moving. Relax. Take your right leg in front of you again, or your left leg. Circle your ankle. Change direction. Make sure these are nice and slow, and you're really feeling the ankle joint, feeling that it's smooth and not choppy. It's not a juddery, choppy circle, but a smooth one. Change legs. We take the other leg forward, circle. Still trying to stand tall. Change direction. And relax. Okay, so we're going to roll down onto the mat now. And if you stand at the end of the mat, and you're going to roll down one vertebra at a time, bend your knees, and walk your hands out to an all fours position. And from here, we're just going to do a cat stretch. So you're going to drop the tailbone slightly and then roll the spine into your dome position. You breathe in, hold, and breathe out to release from the tail to the head into a soft extension. And again, tail to head, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, stay. And exhale, release from the tail to the head, one vertebra at a time. We'll do that one more time. We're going to hold the neutral position halfway between your sad cat and your happy cat. You hold halfway in a nice straight line. Pull your shoulders away from the ears and reach the opposite arm, opposite leg forward. Gently bring the hand and the knee back down again. Reach the opposite side. Bring it back down. You're trying to be as stable as possible, and this is going to work the deep muscles of your lower back that stabilize your spine. So imagine you've got drinks on your back and you don't want to spill anything. A lot of drinks filled to the top. To make this easier, all you have to do is think of your supporting hand and your supporting knee driving into the floor. Push them down into the floor before you take the other two limbs off. And then you do the same on the opposite side. You press those 2 points into the floor, the knee and the hand, and then the other two should just float up. Let's go one more on each side. Reach away, back down again, reach, back down, and relax. Swing your legs round to the front. We're going to lie down on the back. So sit right to the front end of your mat, grab the back of your thighs, and let's try roll down for, let's say, 10 slow counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Relax. So make sure your pelvis is neutral here. You can do a few tilts back and forth to find it. And then remember that neutral is when your hip bones and your pubic bone are in the same horizontal plane. And you can put a cup of tea here and it's not going to spill one way or the other. So hold that neutral pelvis, take your hands behind your head, do a little bit of a nod and gently curl up as you breathe out. Breathe in to lower it down. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. And as you curl up, think of lifting your shoulder blades off the mat. And drawing the abdominals in slightly. And remember your cup of tea. You don't want to spill it over your tummy as you're curling up. Keep that surface flat. Breathe out to curl. In to release. Exhale, curl. In to release. Hold it at the top now. Lift an extra vertebra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. And one more set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly lower and relax. Okay, we're going to do the same set now, but you're going to imprint the back to the mat. So press the back down and lift your legs so that your heels are just slightly higher than your knees. And take the hands behind the head, and as you curl up, you're going to bring the knees towards the chest and release. So you're gently trying to lift the tailbone off the mat. Very gently lifting a little bit from there. What you don't want is to jam your chin to your chest. Keep that space. About a small fist gap underneath your chin. Really thinking of bringing the base of the ribs to your pubic bone and bringing those 2 points closer together. Let's do 3 more like this. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take the arms down and go into one leg stretch. Reach one leg away, bring it back in, reach the other leg away. Even with your head and shoulders down, you should still feel quite a lot of work happening at the core. Feel free to rest whenever you need to, because we've been going continuous. Challenging your neutral spine. Remember, if you feel your back is arching or you're feeling the strain in your back, you need to take the legs just a little bit higher. And if no matter what you do, you're still feeling it in the back, then take one leg to the floor and carry on with just the single leg instead of both. Let's go one more time on each side. Bring the legs together. Have a little rest if you need to. We're going to do assisted roll up now. So you're going to grab the back of your thighs, send your legs forward, and slowly come along for the ride. Let the legs lift you. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. So again, you're going to send the legs forward and away. You're going to gently come forward with no momentum or swing, and then slowly roll down. And this one is mainly to mobilize your spine, so just feel each vertebra articulate with the mat. If you're able to, have a go at doing this without holding the legs, and see if you can roll up and roll down. One last time. And hold it at the top. You're going to take the arms up and over to one side, then up and over to the other side. Feel free to keep your feet on the floor, leaning back, lifting your chest. We go up and over, and it's like you're carrying a bowl and you're sending it to one side towards the floor, and then up and over to the other side to the floor. Remember, feet can be down or lifted. You should feel this at your waist, at your oblique muscles. We go 2 more. And relax. Well done. Stretch your legs out, stretch your arms out now. And relax. Take your arms out to the side, bend your knees, and you're going to take your right leg over your left as if you're going to do one of these glute stretches, but you're just holding that position with the knee open. You're going to take your legs over to the left. So if it's your right leg that's on top, you send your legs over to the left, you come back to the middle, and you do a shoulder bridge roll up, 1 vertebra at a time, into your bridge position, and you roll back down again. We go again to the left, you come back center, roll up to a bridge, and try and roll down the center of your spine. This is a release exercise. I don't want you to squeeze your bottom. You come back to center. The glutes will softly connect on the supporting leg, but it shouldn't be a tense movement. This is mainly just to loosen up your back. One more time, twist, come back center, roll up slowly, and roll back down again. Change legs now and we do the same on the other side. So we go, if the left leg is on top, you twist to the right. You come back to the middle, drive your right foot into the floor and roll up, keeping the pelvis level. Roll down 1 vertebra at a time again. We breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, roll up. Inhale, roll down. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, roll up. And roll down. Okay, finishing our abdominal series with 100. You're going to lift your legs up, tabletop. Arms get long, but shoulders stay open. And curl up with the head and shoulders, but only if your neck feels okay with that. And just start to pump, breathing in for 5 counts and out for 5 counts. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 20. If your neck is feeling a little bit sore holding this position, just take one hand behind the head and alternate every now and then. Or feel free to just keep your head and shoulders down, because you're still working your core even with the head and shoulders down. And then with the 100, you're gradually trying to increase the load on the core. So say you're here and it's starting to get easy. You're going to push your knees a little bit further away from you. And see if you can keep the abdominal connection, you can keep your neutral spine, until eventually you're doing your level 2 version of straight legs. And you may be strong enough right from the beginning to do this version. I think we're right about 100 now. So we're going to relax. Take the legs down and give yourself another stretch. Let's turn over to the side now. So you're going to make a nice long line, stacking your hip bones and your shoulders. Bend your bottom leg and start to lift and lower your top leg, keeping the feeling of a lift through the bottom waist and length through your top waist. So really make the leg feel long. And by the end of the series, where you should feel this is in the side muscle, right on the top of your hip. These are important muscles for our pelvic stability and our lower back stability. Okay, we're going to hold the leg there. Make the leg even longer and just start to do little pulses. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. Make the leg even longer and pulse again. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Even longer. Last one. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. You're going to draw 5 circles in each direction, really slow and really smooth. Still trying to lift through that bottom waist. always focusing on keeping the connection at the front and not using your back or arching your back or losing neutral. Now we're going to change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make the leg long and relax. Well done. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other side. So you're going to keep the bottom leg bent, top leg straight. The rest of your spine should feel really lengthened, and really make your top waist as long as it can be. You're going to lift and lower the top leg. Nice and slow at first. Let the leg feel energized, but the rest of the body quite relaxed. And keep checking throughout. Are you going into that upper chest breathing pattern, or are you still focusing on breathing down in the lower part of our lungs? We're going to hold the leg up and do little pulses up here. 1, 2. Keep your knee pointing forward when you do any of these leg lifts. You don't want to turn the leg out. It's parallel. 7, 8, 9. Hold and make your leg longer again. And pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Last one. Pump up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. And start to circle. Now we go up and round. 2, 3, 4. Really smooth, isolated circle at your hip. 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Disassociate your leg from your pelvis. Hold the leg there, make it long, and relax. And rub your hip a little bit if you need to. Okay, we're going to lie down on the tummy now. So rolling over onto the front. And just relax your arms by the sides of the body. And you're going to turn your palms to face the thighs. So your palms are touching your thighs. And as you come up into your dart position, which is this, I want you to roll your arms outward. So this can get a little confusing. So if your palms are touching your thighs, your palms are going to face the floor first as they turn round. And release. So palms facing the thighs, they go towards the floor side first and then rotate. So you're getting this sort of smile across the front of your chest and collarbones. And relax. Breathe in, extend. Out to release. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Try not to come up too high. Just reach forward through the crown of the head. And relax. Lengthen. And feel space in the body as you reach forward, the toes away. We're going to hold it at the top, gently side bend over to one side, shortening one side of the waist. Come back to center, shorten the other side of the waist. Come back to center and relax. So we come up into extension, we go to the side, you shorten like you're doing a side bend. You've got to slide across your mat here. Come back center, slide to the other side, come back center, and release. One more time. We lift, reach over to one side, but keep your shoulders level with the floor. Come back to the middle, go to the other side, come back to the middle, relax. We're going to repeat the same thing with the hands underneath the forehead, and if you feel too much strain in your lower back, you're going to keep your hands down on the floor. So slide your shoulder blades down first, and then lift the hands up with the forehead, and then exhale, relax. Breathe in, shoulders down, lift, and breathe out, relax. Shoulders down, lift, and release. Now we lift, gently reach over to one side, come back to the middle, reach over to the other side, back to the middle, and rest. And again, lift, reach over to one side, center, over to the other side, center, relax. Last time. Inhale up, exhale, reach, center, reach, center, and rest. So you should have really felt on these ones your mid-back working. So now take the arms forward and reach opposite arm, opposite leg, and really feel that diagonal pull from the fingertips to the opposite toes. And the whole body is like that. The whole body is like one big X. Our connective tissues have a very strong connection from one side of the body to the opposite lower side of the body. And your back is just gently lifted here throughout. Make your arm feel long, your leg feel long. Feel that energy on that diagonal. Avoid bending the knee. We go one more time on each side. Good. Rest your hands on your head on your hands. Lift the legs up. And you're just going to do little kicks, only with the legs. Little small kicks. Starting to bring the awareness to the glutes and the hamstrings. And you should really feel like the muscles working are those ones rather than too much lower back. The lower back is working a little too, but you should feel these ones working in the backs of your legs. Now beat the legs together in a bit of turnout. Flex the feet, 2, 3, 4, point, 2, 3, 4. Flex, 2, 3, 4, point, 2, 3. Flex, 2, 3, 4, point, 2, 3, 4. Flex, 2, 3, 4, point, 2, 3. And relax. And shell stretch back. And if you're going to repeat any of this session that we've done today, I would do this last one in your own time, because we often just train at the front of our body and neglect to train the back of our body because we don't see it. So stretch. Take your arms to one side. Stretch to the opposite side. And relax. We're going to finish with a whole body movement. So hands to the edges of the mat with the fingers spread wide. Stretch one leg back. Engage your core, stretch the other leg back. And then you're going to lift your hips high to a downward dog stretch, but with your feet together. And then we come forward to a plank position. So we go up to downward dog, and then down to plank. Breathe out to get a downward dog. Breathe in to go to plank, up to downward dog. You can keep doing this, but I'd like you to try with the spine articulation. So you unroll the spine and lengthen forward, and then go chin to chest, round back, and then bottom out to release. So you're going from the tail to the head as you release forward to plank, and then you go head to tail as you release back to downward dog. Tail, unroll the spine, lengthen forward, chin to chest, fold from your rib cage, then stick the bottom out at the end. 2 more like this. Breathe out. Inhale, hold in plank. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll down into plank. Roll back, trying to get that wave through your spine. Slowly walk to your feet now in a very gentle way, very graceful way. Hang the head down and slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time, all the way back up to standing. And then you're going to reach through your right arm and side bend. Slide your hand down the leg. Reach up through the left arm and side bend. Now to do a whole body stretch, you take your right leg back and then reach up, reach over and spread your fingers so you're pulling on the connective tissue and fascia of the body to open that whole right side. And release. Now on the other side, spread the hand again, left leg back, and I'm mirroring you. Reach up and over to stretch. Really pull the fingers back and keep your elbows open. Elbows straight, and relax. And we finish with the next stretch. If you take your ear down to the left, take your right arm behind your back, and just gently press down with your hand. And then turn to look down at your left foot and pull down. And we go to the other side, ear goes to the right. Remember, I'm mirroring. The left arm goes behind. Then you look down at your right foot and pull down. And release and relax. Thank you very much for joining me today on this workout.